This one yesterday.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be kind of wild.
It's a small thing, but it's still a lot of fun. I played one time in Texas. Almost so bad. Yeah, same here. I was just it's still a lot of fun.
I did that. I do that every time. I'm like, what is that? Then I remember.
So, yeah, we'll have 2 boards. Yeah. Yeah, it's more.
No, I think it's doing it by myself, and I work with me as well, and like, where am I going, you know?
Yeah,
I get some stuff on my phone.
Need one for each council person. Thirdly, one for third. This is fine. This is good. This is 6. Okay. Right. I'll pass it out when, or do you want to have that behind the item and we hold on to it?
And all of a sudden, I feel like I can't open them. So this week I get one for the park.
Lane, did you say that Sancho's gonna be late? Okay, I was thinking someone told me that. I'll let us know. Serna? No, Sanchez said that she's gonna be a few minutes late, so we can start without her whenever you're ready.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get this meeting on the road here. I'd like to welcome Nathaniel Lucas. I gave you the invitation, and before we start, let's do a call for order.
The roll call, Mayor Serna,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Flores, Councilmember Saros.
Right.
Councilmember Sanchez will be late with notice. Councilmember Villarreal.
Here.
So if we can have Nathaniel please come forward.
Pledge.
How you doing? Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
We'll make sure that's on.
Are we gonna do the pledge?
Use
first?
the rest of the.
Press on. So we're gonna stand and do the flag salute. But if everybody can remain standing for the invitation, but I come to the floor, Sarah. Thank you.
Salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Continue standing.
Lord, we come to you this evening. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for being so faithful to us, Lord. We come to you asking for your guidance this evening in this meeting the best for our community, Lord. I pray, Lord, to be with our leaders so they can make good decisions with wisdom, Lord. I pray also for your blessings upon our lives, Lord, our community, each family, our schools, our directors, our leaders, Father. Thank you. Amen.
Amen. Be seated. Thank you, Daniel, for that invitation. So we'll move the agenda, then we're going to transition into the session. So, approval for the agenda. Motion to approve the agenda. There a second?
I second.
We have a motion from Councilmember Saros and a second from Councilmember Villarreal. Mayor Pro Tem Flores.
Aye.
Mayor Serna.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you. At this time, we will be transitioning into the executive closed session. You guys like to step outside for a second?
Oh, I think tonight the closed session is gonna take place in the city manager's office. It's a little different,
We're
but
going to that.
Yes.
Oh, stay where you're at. We'll be right back.
Do I need to do this?
I
Welcome back, everybody. This time, we have nothing to report. So we're going to continue on with our. We're gonna move this, agenda a little bit out of order. We're gonna go with, council report first, and then we're gonna move the city manager's portion to the one. Sorry, council report.
We were just saying to bring city manager's report next and then proceed in the next order.
So we'll go ahead and do the city manager's report first, then we'll proceed with the.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I'm going to try to get through this very quickly for you tonight. I know we've already had sort of an extended meeting, but on August the 28th, I did attend the Tulare County Economic Development Committee Board of Directors meeting in Visalia. That was my first EDC meeting there in Visalia, and I found it to be a great way to connect with some of the other stakeholders in the county and get a feel for what's going on with regards to development around us. On August 29th, I attended a meeting over at the Wellness Center to discuss the American Spirit mural and the fundraising efforts that are underway to renovate that mural seem to be picking up steam. And we have an artist who's ready to get started on the work as soon as we give them the authorization to proceed. So you'll be hearing more about that in the coming weeks. Last Wednesday, some of the staff attended the community coalition that was held at Palm Terrace Community Room. And I had the pleasure of introducing our new Director of Public Safety to the group. We listened to a presentation from the Sun Gazette, Paul Myers. We talked about journalism here in the Central Valley. On September the 5th, I attended the Kiwanis meeting where I had an opportunity to share about the utility rate study that council accepted at the last meeting, along with the Proposition 218 process that we have initiated. Did a full presentation to the club. I can tell you that they were very receptive with the direction the city's headed with regards to potential increase in utility rates. This past Friday, we had our first Friday Coffee Talk event at the Wellness Center, with this month's featured guest being our new Director of Public Safety. And I'll tell you, I really like this event because I think it's a great way for staff to connect with the community in just a more relaxed environment. And I really, this will be, I guess, my second or third Coffee Talk event, and I thoroughly enjoy each one of those events. It's just a nice time just to sit and talk with community members and business owners. This past Friday, Lieutenant Hanks and I took our new Director of Public Safety to meet some of the wonderful folks at the Senior Center. And we had the opportunity to sit down for about 45 minutes and played a couple of games of bingo with them. And to see the look on those seniors' faces when we walk in the room, they're just so excited to see someone from the city there. And it's just been a very pleasant experience. This is my second time going and visiting with the seniors, and it's just been very, very enjoyable. And we hope to continue that as time will allow. The Lindsay Art Association, this past Saturday, the Lindsay Art Association opened their Juntos exhibit at the museum, and this exhibit runs through October the 4th. They're featuring some great artwork by some Mexican artists, and they're also featuring some longtime Lindsay families as part of the museum displays. And so I would encourage you, if you haven't had the opportunity to go in and look at that. The Olive Bowl groundbreaking ceremony, the long-awaited Olive Bowl renovation project is getting ready to kick off, and the groundbreaking ceremony is scheduled for Tuesday, September the 24th at 4 p.m. I believe that we've already sent out the invites for that event, and we would encourage everyone who is available that afternoon to attend that event with us. This afternoon, I had the pleasure of meeting with Zach Bonda of Representative David Valadeo's office. In fact, I think he's in the room with us. He already left.
Yeah, he left.
But I had a really good discussion with him, and we discussed the community project grant program. And I'll be working with staff here in the coming months to put together a list of potential projects to submit for consideration early March of next year. Update on the well 11 settlement. I'm happy to report publicly finally that the lawsuit with SQM North America Corporation has been settled. And the city has been awarded $9.5 million to mitigate the chlorate contamination of well 11. The settlement agreement was fully executed this past week, and the city should be receiving the check sometime this week or next. We're excited about that. With that, council, it's my honor tonight to introduce our brand new Director of Public Safety who started with us last Tuesday, Chief Rob Moore. You can just stand. Comes to us with over 36 years of law enforcement experience, and we've been intimately involved with the law enforcement community. I can tell you that he's very well respected in the law enforcement community. He brings a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge to the city of Lindsay, and we're just excited to get him on board. And he's already brought some ideas that I think are going to result in some really positive things for the city. We will be having an official badge pinning ceremony for Chief Moore this coming Thursday at 11:30 a.m. and lunch will be provided. So I would encourage all of you that are able to attend that event to be with us for the badge pinning ceremony for Chief Rob Moore. And with that, council, that's all I have to report tonight. Happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Right along, thank you for that report, David. Thank you and welcome aboard. Nice to have you, Rob.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and with the council report. We'll start with that.
Good evening. The only thing I have to report is I went and had coffee with the new chief, and I agree with you that it was good to see and socialize with people in the community. I really enjoyed the coffee social, so keep on doing that.
Thank you for that report. Of course.
I have nothing to report.
First of all, welcome back.
Thank you.
More, and secondly, just want to invite, tell the public that the Surrey County Fair begins tomorrow. And tell the council that there's a sponsor dinner on Wednesday, September 11th from 5:30 to 7. All councils are invited. I just want to extend that invite to you guys first. As a board member. That's it.
Thank you. Sanchez?
I do not have anything to report.
Thank you, guys. I also attended the coffee talk with Rob Moore and David and city staff. It was a great time just to network and just kind of get updated on seeing what's going on in the city. Thank you for that. I really enjoyed those events. I just wish I had more time to be there. But it's like 7 in the morning. Also, I attended the Healthy Kids, Healthy Lindsay. It's a wealth of knowledge for everything they're doing for our communities. Anywhere from migrant program to outreach to parents, to children, really helping them out and meeting them where they're at and really providing for their needs. I had the opportunity to spend the day at the Rawhide Park, spend some time with Lindsay and her family, and had a great time over there with my family as well. And I gotta say, it's nice that we had a 2 for 2 on the Rawhide, so both you attended day one both. So again, welcome, Rob Moore. Thank you. It's good for having you, or it's good having you back. I just want to say thank you for addressing the issues that came up recently with our school system. Thank you for being there and really mitigating that response. So really appreciate you. There's some upcoming events that are happening too. I know Damon touched on the Olival that's happening. That's going to be coming up on the 24th and 4th. So you guys get a chance to go on out and support it. The other thing is the Lindsay Community Year Marquee Ceremony will be Saturday the 21st. They're going to do like the Lindsay Marquee downtown. So if you guys can come out, it should be a great event, and that will be at 7:30 p.m. And I look forward to the badge pinning ceremony for Chief. That's all I have to report at this time. Move on to our city services report.
Good evening, council. We just have a couple things to report. I don't know if you guys noticed, but our tree trimming contractor has started trimming the palm trees down on Hermosa. So they started yesterday. They're gonna be 2 weeks in. They're gonna do Hermosa. They already got it done. They're gonna move downtown and then to the various locations that got picked out when we gave them the contract. They're gonna do that. Our slurry seal project at the Pigmore area, that's over there, Hickory, Lafayette, Sycamore. The Larry County is gonna start on the 19th of this month. So you'll be seeing some activity over there. That'll be good. The roundabout, the Hermosa and Westwood roundabout is completed. We're just waiting for final billing so we can proceed with that and bring it to council for notice of completion. And then Marshall and I met with Mid Valley today. We're gonna have a cleanup event scheduled for October 19th. We just had to pick a location, so we'll end up sending out flyers and making banners and put it on Facebook. Perfect. Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you. And we're gonna be addressing the road in much needed time. Thank you for that, for seals and stuff, and the roundabout looks great. Downtown's looking better. Both the palm trees go back. Guys, thank you.
Good evening, council. The finance department is currently working on an audited actuals, which means we are closing out 23-24 and rolling over fund balances and preparing for our auditors. Our auditors are currently on site this week and we are going through our annual audit. We will be continuing to revise the budget. Tonight we are going to be bringing forward the general fund revisions, and then we're going to continue to work fund by fund and continue to bring those back to you every month. Thank you.
Report from the chart.
Nothing tonight.
Okay, thank you. That's public safety.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you. I'm glad to be back. I'm super excited to work with all the other city folks and the community and all of you. I look forward to everything. I do have a couple things to report. City manager kind of stole my thunder on all the other things I attended with him. Last week was extremely busy. My first day here, we had a little bit of a scare to some of the folks that we had the school thing you're talking about. The FBI had informed us of a school threat that had came in onto a social media platform. I think you were all sent the news brief on that. Ended up not being a viable threat. However, the National Center let us know about 1:30 in the morning, and by about 5:30 in the morning, we had a person in custody on that. Even though it was not a viable threat, we do take it serious. We work very closely with the school. I talked to Tom Rooney, Lieutenant Haynes talked to some of the other school officials, and we just work very well together, and we sent out a news release in conjunction with them. And we like to work in conjunction with them to make sure that everybody is on the same page and everybody knows what's going on. So it worked out very well with the unfortunate thing that did happen. So that was my first day. And then we also, we had a homicide that occurred prior to me coming on here, but I was a bit familiar with it. It happened back in May of this year. And the suspect, who is a Jose Navarro, he fled to Mexico. And as he was coming back into the United States, he was quickly taken into custody because the case was actually handled while he fled, and they kept on working the case, and they had enough to get a warrant for his arrest. So when he re-entered the United States, he was taken into custody, brought back to us, and he is now in custody awaiting trial. So good job for the investigation by the troops. Very good job there. I will tell you that I kind of walked in here, Lieutenant Hanks did a very well job in the absence of the chief, very good man. Everything's been going well, so I kind of came into a pretty well-oiled machine, so everything's going very well, and I look forward to going forward.
Thank you, Rob. I know that we have recreation services. Now, do you want to wait for your presentation?
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay. And thank you, Ryan, for holding them for it. So I appreciate it. Okay, before we head into presentations, I do want to give back to public comment. You guys have an opportunity there. The public is invited to comment on any subject under the jurisdiction of the Lindsay City Council. Please note that speakers that wish to comment on regular items and public hearings on tonight's agenda will have an opportunity to speak when public comment for that item is requested by the mayor. Comments shall be limited to 3 minutes per person, with 30 minutes for the total comment period, unless otherwise indicated by the mayor. The public may also choose to submit a comment before the meeting via email. Public comments received via email will be distributed to the council prior to the start of the meeting and incorporated into the official minutes. However, they will not be read aloud under state law. Matters presented in the public comment cannot be acted upon this time by council. Is there anyone wishing to make public comments?
Second, Dan Stone, from the Lindsay Chamber of Commerce, in conjunction with Rita's Art Center and Virginia Lloyd's Friday Night Market, we are doing a big potato fundraiser. The funds are going to donate to the city for Christmas tree lights this year. And so we're trying to get as many people as we can to eat lunch with us on Monday, September 16th. Big potato lunch, $12, includes everything. We'll be in the old Bank of America parking lot. And so I'll leave some flyers for everybody, but tickets are on sale. Virginia, I'm sure, is running around town, she'll have tickets, Mercy will have tickets. But all of the proceeds will go to assist the city for purchasing Christmas tree lights or Christmas lights this year. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else wishing to make a public comment? Not seeing anyone at this time. This portion of public comment is not closed. Moving on to presentation items. 10.1. Next matter presented by Armando. Come on up, Armando.
Good evening, Mayor. I'll be updating City Council on the summer activities we just finished up.
I think it should be. Is it going?
No.
Try it now.
Alright, so I'll be presenting the recreation presentation for summer 2024. So some of the activities that we had this past summer, we've done 4 sessions at the libraries and play with Zumba, with Owen doing a little bit of physical activity with little kiddos. We had about 5 each time, ranging from 10 months to 2 years old. Then we had our first health and fitness fair at the Wellness Center. Then we had a food giveaway. We had Arbor Park reopening with city services. We had 4 summer at lights program activities. So we had movies at the pool, movies at the park, kids night, family dance party night, And that's all funded through the Step Up program through the county. So they had a grant for $4,000 each summer to fund these programs. And then we had 3 movies in the park, and then we had 2 drive-in theaters, movies at the pool, and then we had National Night Out through the Public Safety Department at the Wellness Center. Then our swim lessons. So for group lessons this year, we had 140 participants, and then we had 61 participants for private. Our goal was to increase from last year. Last year we had 200, this year we had 201. So we increased by 1. So man, so each year we like to increase little at a time. And then recreation facility rentals. We had a busy summer. We had the SPARK program where they would come in and bring their summer day camp for 3 weeks, and we would teach them how to swim. And then we had the Lindsay High School PE class where they had their students come in kind of the same way that they needed to learn how to swim. We would teach them. If they already knew how to swim, they would do laps on the lap part of the pool. And then we had Skimmers Swim Club. They reserved the facility for about 2.5 months. And then we did have end of the school pool parties. We had private pool parties. We also had private break room rentals. We had baby showers, weddings, celebration of life. So we had a busy summer on rentals also. And then the wellness center, just a reminder to everybody, we do have memberships, very low cost memberships compared to surrounding cities. So if somebody's interested, we do have 1-year contracts for $23 monthly. If you have Medicare, it's $20. So we'll have to fill out a 1-year contract. If you're not interested in the contract, we have month to month for $30, Medicare month to month $25. If you're interested in swimming, we have the 3-month swim only pass, $55, day pass $5, a 5-day pass is $20. So you save $5, you get that $5 5-day pass. And we're open Monday through Saturday. And some of the classes we offer besides swim, lap swim, and the gym, we do have straight and balance, chair exercise, beginner's yoga, yoga to reset, pound, and Zumba. And we'll be adding some more eventually soon. So your whole membership includes the gym, the swimming pool, and these classes. And then near future pickleball. So pickleball courts. So coming this fall, they just started yesterday. So they're filling in the cracks right now, smoothing everything out. Then they're gonna resurface it, and then the next crew will come in, do the pickleball nets, the netting around the balcony, and then the next crew will come in, do the railing, and then the benches, and then we'll be finished. So we're hoping by the first week of October. I haven't got a date yet from the contractor, but they're estimating about first week of October, and we'll have a little ribbon cutting for the pickleball courts. So I'll come back with that date next meeting. And then our future fall 2024 events, we have a little bit going on. We have the coffee talk at the Wellness Center, the food truck takeover, that'll be next month on October 12th at the Lindsay Wellness Center in the parking lot. I'm not sure you guys remember last year, we had live entertainment, a beer garden, and food trucks, and then a couple informational booths. And then we'll be having our floating pumpkin patch at the pool on Thursday, October 24th. We'll be hosting coalition meeting the first Wednesday of November at 7 a.m. And then we'll be having a turkey and food giveaway that we help out with Rotary in the parking lot. Last year we gave out close to 400 boxes of food, 400, 500. It was a long morning, but very eventful. A lot of cars. Thank you, public safety, for that. Then tree lighting ceremony will be December 6th, and we're going to be adding a new event, Taste of Lindsay, downtown Lindsay, where we're going to be hosting, or each business we're hoping will host something at their business, so giving out treats to the community rather than having the food vendors in the street like last year. we're gonna try to have them maybe pick a business and host something there. So that way we get people downtown, explore, get to know the businesses, what Lindsay has to offer. Last year we did it on Thursday night, it conflicted with the Portable Parade. So I've been in contact with their chamber and they're gonna have Thursday, so we'll have our event on Friday. That way, we have people, a little more people at our event, so we'll have 2 events downtown that night. And then, Virginia's Christmas Parade will be the week after on the 13th. That's a little bit what we have going on. That's all I have, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
I don't have any questions, I'd just like to add something. I know there's quite a bit of events happening and volunteers. I know the high school's always
Yes.
for you to go and volunteer and then earn their hours. Forward that to me. Okay, sure, I will do that. Thank you.
I would agree, forward that to us. I think Alternative Ed helped out last year with
Yes,
this,
yes,
so,
it did. They brought like 30 kids.
yeah, we'll do that again this year too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That worked out. Thank you.
So I started the civics club last week at the high school.
Nice.
We'll take them off.
It's nice. I'm sure they know about it. Sure. Questions?
Thank you.
Sure. All right, moving on to section 2.10.2, certificate of recognition presented to the Lindsay Community Theater. Do we have a representative at this time? Go ahead, begin. This certificate of recognition is presented to Lindsay Community Theater in acknowledgement of your outstanding contribution to the revitalization of downtown through the restoration and relighting of the historic Lindsay Community Theater marquee. Move on to our next item, consent calendar. Routine items approved in one motion unless an item is pulled for discussion. There will be no separate discussion of these matters unless a request is made, in which event the item will be removed from the consent calendar to be discussed and voted upon by separate motion. Does anyone wish to pull an item from the consent calendar? Hearing none.
I'll second.
The motion from Councilmember Cerro, second from Mayor Pro Tem Flores. Councilmember Villarreal.
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez.
Aye.
Mayor Serna.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Moving on to our action items, in the section 12, establishment of Lindsay Economic Development Committee.
I'm just setting up the presentation real quick.
Good afternoon. Council.
Committee.
So the Lindsay Economic Development Committee is something that was brought up earlier this year. Originally it was brought up as an ad hoc committee, but given that the downtown development and redevelopment could be longer than just something temporary for ad hoc, we're proposing it to be a standing committee. On the slide that you can see, it's just a quick little timeline for getting this committee up and running. According to our charter, it does outline how to establish a committee. So tonight we have a resolution of 24-31 formally establishing the committee. Upon approval, tomorrow we begin accepting applications for member nominations. So we'll have a link online where people can submit their applications, and we'll advertise that on Facebook and whatnot as well, and post it in the bulletin board as well. Right now we have there's a 10-day minimum that has to run. That kind of is a funky date, so I went ahead and just put it up for the 25th, which was a Wednesday. It's a little bit more than the 10 days. And then that's when the application period would close.
nominations would be made at the following council meeting, which is October 8th. And then, because the committee just kind of, decides at the time of when the meetings will be, of course, they'll be posted. At the first committee meeting, whatever that is, the members will select from amongst themselves the chair and the vice chair, similar to how council selects the mayor. The members will consist of 2 council representatives, 3 city staff reps, and 5 members from the public. And one of the bylaws that we put in there is going to either live or work in Lindsay. Because there could be some people that maybe live in the outskirts, but they own or operate a business in town, so that would be relative for them as well. So the meetings would be as needed, and they would be noticed properly as required by the Brown Act, which is a 72-hour notice for regular meetings, and then a 24-hour notice required for special meetings. And the meetings would be open to the public as well. If you have any questions, I know I'm kind of talking fast, so feel free to stop me here. The terms for the members, so for the first set, 2 of them would be only serving for 2 years, and then 3 for 4 years. And that's so that they can be staggered, similar to how council and for positions or terms are staggered. After that, it would be 4 years, and then you would nominate every 2 years for the, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. We don't have any set term limits, it's just on nomination. Some of the powers and duties of the committee would be to coordinate proposals, to do research, issue city and address issues citywide with a focus on downtown development and redevelopment. It would also be to advise the Lindsay City Council on things like funding, business research related to economic development, and progress of projects. It's an advisory committee, as our charter does state that council is the one that adopts action, so it's an advisory committee. As far as the committee agenda and minutes, the clerk of the board, designated by the city manager, would formulate and prepare the agenda, of course, advised by the committee. And it's very similar to how it is for council. So it would be posted, members of the committee can request items, and then the clerk would keep the minutes, the records, agendas, and all of the official documents as needed. So some of just general things, so there's no compensation for this, but there could be reimbursements for authorized expenses. The city will approve and release all press releases, public information, and pamphlets, things like that. The city header letterhead will only be used by the committee, not any private activity. And then any amendments to the bylaws, which are attached to your staff report, but this kind of goes over them too, would be approved by council. So the recommendation is.
Council, any thoughts?
Well, thoughts, that's gonna be a standing committee, no questions, motion to approve.
We do something with the public.
Oh, sorry.
Some public comment on this item. Public comment for this item is still open. Section is now closed.
Yeah, and before that, just want to give a shout out to 2 members that have been there so far today. They're doing a fantastic job. And motion to approve.
And second.
We have a motion from Councilmember Saros, a second from Councilmember Sanchez. Councilmember Villarreal.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Flores. Aye. Mayor Serna.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Thank you, council.
All right, I think it'll be exciting. Section 4.2, extra territorial sewer connection, presented by Joseph E.
Good evening, Council again. So requesting your approval for resolution number 2432, extra territorial sewer connection for APN 202-144-004, and authorize the city manager to execute the extra territorial sewer service agreement once all is required are met. So we did receive a request from the Andrade family back in July. They've been having issues with their existing septic tank. There is a site plan showing their existing home where it's located. It's kind of stranger because if you're on the west side of Lafayette, you're in the city limits, but then if you're on the east side, you're in the county. They do have septic tanks there. We do have an 8-inch service line there existing. We do have the lateral in place already, but we just need your approval to grant the well served in this. documents. We have a resolution, the external the agreement, so.
All right, thank you. Any questions? I don't have any questions. That will move on to public comment.
Yeah, so are they gonna be paying city fees?
So they have to pay the treatment, the connection fee, they have to also be issued an encroachment permit as well, and they do have to pay double on their services. Any time that we allow, if you guys approve service outside the city limits, then our meeting code requires that they pay.
And they know this. They're gonna double.
We're here just one.
They want to connect with stuff, all the process, they would still have to go to the county, they would still have to abandon their existing septic tank, and then they would connect to city.
Section or this item for public comment, is there anyone who wishes to make a public comment at this time? Hearing none, this section is now closed. Moving on to for item 12.3. Sorry.
I'll second.
Motion from Councilmember Sarah, second from Mayor Pro Tem Flores. Councilmember Villarreal,
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez,
Aye.
Mayor Serna.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you, guys. Moving to section 12.3, item 12.3, award and contract to American Grant Company in Joplin, Missouri, presented by one.
Good evening, council, once again. Tonight we are asking city council to award and authorize the mayor to sign a contract with American Rap Company in the amount of $147,334.50 for the contract of the Lindsay City Park Skate Park project, and authorize a contingency amount of $14,733 for potential unforeseen conditions. The city's initial skate park was put in place January 2009, located at the former McDermott Fieldhouse, serving as a central location for recreational activities. In June of 2013, the city was granted a refund from a settlement that supported relocation of the indoor ramps to City Park. Over time, these wooden ramps have withstood the impact of various weather conditions, everyday use, and the passage of time. The existing wood ramps will be taken down and substituted with new steel ramps featuring a redesigned skate park layout. So pretty much the project will involve with a project kickoff meeting. We'll do one more community engagement meeting just to make sure the skaters are okay with the layout. We may suggest another 2 layouts. So we did one a couple months ago, and we picked a layout that they liked. The company recommended that we do one more just in case a final meeting with the skaters. And then we'll have a final approval design, install, and then the project will be completed. We only had 2 bids come in, one from American Grant Company, and then one from Ramirez Custom Concrete. They came in at $245,000, so almost double from American Grant. So the budget for this project was $185,000. We came at $147,000. And this funding is through the Housing and Community Development Funds. So the sales from McDermott will go towards this project.
Sounds good. Thoughtful.
So they're moving from wood to steel.
Yes, so the steel, yeah, so it would have a texturized, kind of a seal or paint to it, where we would have to repaint every 5, 6 years. But it would last a lot longer. There is a 20-year warranty on these ramps. So that's the good thing. They're gonna send us all the instructions on the mixing of the paints, texturized paint. So when we cut a point, they estimated about $800 to $1,000 for the paint. So that's a really low maintenance cost rather than paying $1,000 every so often to repair the wooden ramps.
Does the contractor hear about it?
I don't know if they're on. It's already on. But they are the original builders of the wooden ramps we have currently. So they know our city and know our facility very well.
Comment at this time, anyone wishing to make public comment? Hearing none, public comment is closed, do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
A second.
A motion from Councilmember Saros, second from Mayor Serna. Councilmember Villarreal,
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez, Mayor Pro Tem Flores. Motion carries 5-0.
Your order. Moving on to item 12.4, 2024-2025 general fund budget, presented by Lindsay.
Good evening again. Tonight, I am bringing back the general fund for a budget amendment. Back in June, we adopted a negative budget because I was only here for a few weeks. So what we have done since then, we went through each budget line by line. And the negative $1.6 million budget has now been revised to a positive of $189,675 for current year. This will still not address the full deficit over the past years. However, we are looking at every avenue possible to figure out what's necessity and implementing changes of pre-approval processes for expenditures. And I will continue to bring every fund to the upcoming meetings. And I would recommend approving the amended budget so that we do adopt a positive budget. I'm happy to answer any questions.
I don't have any questions of mine. This item is now open for public comment. And public comment is closed. Thank you, Tracy. Appreciate it. Moving on to section.
We need a vote for that.
Oh,
Sorry.
we have a motion to.
Motion to approve.
I'll second. What's that? A motion from Councilmember Saros, second from Mayor Pro Tem Flores. Councilmember Villarreal,
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez, Mayor Serna.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Bear with this. Down to item 12.5, Valencia and Lindsay Biscuit, drive rehabilitation of completion, presented by Joseph.
Evening, council again. So yeah, I'm bringing this to, you can accept the Lexia and Linda Vista project. The funding that are completed. So we can direct, the city clerk to file the notice of completion for this project with the county recorder, and then with the 1-year warranty beginning upon recording. This project started last year, and so that it covered Valencia and then the whole Linda Vista loop, which would include curb ramps, sidewalks, streetlights, new paved road, underground storm drain, fire hydrants, mailboxes. So our budget with this was $2 million. The contractor amount was $1,605,821. $1,600,000.
Okay.
We did have some, change orders. Those ended up being $165,000 some change. We're still under budget complete. We ended up being at $1,724,720.54 for completion. I did use some before and after pictures as well.
They have waited so long for this.
Yeah,
I
it's been
think
a
you
while.
guys did it. Thank you.
It looks great.
Wow.
The residents are happy.
Yeah.
So other tops.
Well, that is blood. All
Yes.
Great.
That's good.
That's all I have. You guys have any?
Thank you.
I don't have any. To open this item up, public comment. Hearing none, this item is now closed. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Does that come for 2 votes if it happens at once?
I have a motion to approve from Mayor Pro Tem Flores, second from Councilmember Sanchez, Councilmember Villarreal,
Aye.
Councilmember Saros.
Aye.
Mayor Serna.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
And 12.6, resolution 433 to add county multi-jurisdiction local hazard mitigation plan in the city of Lindsay Annex D. But there's still a thousand people there. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and council members.
Right.
This evening, we are considering a resolution to adopt the portion of the Tulare County Hazard Mitigation Plan specifically related to the city of Lindsay. So this plan is a multi-jurisdictional mitigation plan. They identify potential threats and hazards that exist in Tulare County at large, and then some specific ones related to the city of Lindsay. And in doing so, they have laid out specific mitigation plans to mitigate those threats. And if we do adopt this plan and the Annex D for city of Lindsay, then we would be eligible for additional funding in the case of an emergency. So this is optional, it's not mandatory, but it would provide the city with additional funding in the case of a disaster if this resolution is adopted. This is the specifics for the city of Lindsay Annex D. So our specific section lays out a community profile, lists the hazards, specific risk assessments related to all of these categories that you see here. And mitigation strategies are suggested, as well as an implementation plan and maintenance plan. This project is exempt under CEQA under the common sense exemption. And with that, staff recommends approval of this resolution. And I'll be answering questions.
Questions?
So is this from the county, I'm sorry, that's offering this? The county is the one who prepared it with help from each individual city, so multiple jurisdictions contributed towards it. The request actually comes from FEMA. So it's the AB, sorry, let me go back. Yes, the AB 2140 is a federal law that would open us up to funding. And that funding comes from both federal sources and state sources. So there is a grant match program where the cities are required to or expected to contribute 25% of any grant that's awarded.
And the state can pay a certain percentage of that, and that percentage goes from, I believe it's 16%, and then you get an additional 8% if you have a hazard mitigation plan that you have adopted and included in your safety element of your general plan. So that's what this says.
Can you clarify, you stated that cities are expected to pay 25% of a grant received, so can you clarify that specifically?
I'm gonna open it up here just because I'm not.
Does that mean any grant we receive has to be 25% of that goes to this plan? Which in turn funds mitigation, huh? Am I understanding that correctly?
So the grant would be in the case of a disaster. So if there is a disaster and the city is awarded funding from the government, from the federal government, a certain percentage is the responsibility of the local agency, so or municipality. So with that, they're saying that only a certain percentage, only a certain percentage can be covered by the state without this mitigation plan in place. So with this mitigation plan in place, you get an additional 6% covered by, can be covered by the state. So there's no guarantee of funds. This just, if you are in compliance, then you're eligible for it. If you're not in compliance, then you wouldn't be eligible for that additional percentage step up.
So why wouldn't we have this before now?
I believe we do. I know it's not in the safety element of the general plan because that our general plan is in need, desperate need of an update.
I'm all outdated on it.
Yeah. It says maybe 95. Anyway, so this is updated I believe it's every 4 years. And so they have prepared multiple plans over the years. Looks like they had stakeholder meetings. I'm sorry, I wasn't here. I wasn't a part of them in 2021 and then twice in 2022. So, and then it does outline when this plan would be updated again, and it is every 4 years. So, I'm sorry, the meeting would be 4 years, the actual adoption would be at the 5-year mark. So it is an ongoing thing that gets updated over time.
One more question. Are any other cities doing approved this or have they approved it?
All of them were last. So all of the other cities in, there's 3 others, I believe that, we just got the email today. I'm sorry, I just got the email today actually from Emily. I believe it's Farmersville and Porterville just adopted theirs last week, but every other jurisdiction in the city that's part of this plan has already adopted their specific annex. They're all labeled differently.
Thank you. No other questions?
I'd like to open this item up for public comment. More questions? Comment? Hearing none, public comment is now closed. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make them feel free.
I'll second. The motion to approve from Councilmember Sanchez, second by Councilmember Villarreal. Councilmember Saros.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Flores. Mayor Serna.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right, moving on to our public hearing session.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Karen. In fact, we're gonna, if you want to come back up, we All right, item 13.1, zone change number 24-01, tentative partial map number 24-01, and plan development number 2024-01.
So I'm sorry. Thank you, Mayor, council members. Before we begin, I do have one correction. The tentative subdivision map that was included as an exhibit in the staff report is actually not the most recent map. So I have printed a number of copies. This is the final tentative parcel. Okay, so the item that we are considering this evening is a zone change, a tentative parcel map known as Hidden Oaks. a planned unit development and the accompanying secret document, which is an initial study and mitigated negative declaration. The request was made by Quest Equity on behalf of Daily Enterprises. The project site is located north of Tulare Road on the west side of Oak Avenue. If you remember, we recently approved a travel center just south of this site. And this project is currently vacant. The site is zoned R17, which is consistent with the general plan land use designation of low density residential. And an initial study and negative declaration has been prepared. The project proposes to divide 9.1 acres into 50 single-family lots with a minimum lot size of 5,000 square feet. And this application includes a zone change to go from R17 to R15, which would allow for a smaller lot size, a tentative subdivision map, and a planned unit development, which is also required for the lower lots, lot size of 5,000 square feet. Our municipal code is a little bit redundant here, so it requires both a rezone and PUD to have a minimum of 5,000 square foot and also 7,000. This is just an exhibit of the proposed zone change. The project site is outlined in the red dotted line. And you can see that it's yellow, which is representative of low density residential. And then just for reference, the city limit line is directly north and west of the project site. And there's multifamily zoning south of it. And then of course the travel center that we already discussed with with low density residential to the east. This is an exhibit of the proposed tentative subdivision map. You can see the range of lot sizes. There are a number of local roads proposed. There would also be improvements to Oak Avenue, and there is an on-site retention stormwater basin. There are a couple street stub outs that temporarily would have easements on those lots so that there would be a turnaround. And then once those streets go through, then the lot can be developed without that easement in place. This very long list is a list of findings that are required to adopt or approve a planned unit development. If you have any questions about them, I'd be happy to answer them. But we have reviewed the project and it is in compliance with all of these findings, and the conditions that are listed as conditions of approval or in the resolution, as well as the mitigation monitoring program, which is part of the initial study mitigating the declaration, ensure that the project meets all of these qualities. And again, a mitigated negative declaration was prepared, and it does outline a number of mitigation measures that have either already been incorporated into the project or are required to be followed during construction or operation, I'd say construction of the project. And there is a mitigation monitoring program which outlines the timing of those mitigation measures and the responsible enforcement agency or department to make sure that those mitigation measures are followed. And with that, staff was able, I'm sorry, this is just a little bit of background. There's two parts to this. The first one is a resolution which would approve the tentative parcel map, the planned unit development, and the initial site mitigated negative declaration. The second part is an ordinance, and that is for the zone change, and that has to be done in 2 stages. So an ordinance adoption requires a first reading, which would be today, and you can wait the reading of the ordinance. And then, so then it would come back to you in 15 days for an additional second reading. I am happy to answer any questions.
Just one question. Will there be, any cement, surrounding the north and west side of the subdivision or, wood fence or, what's gonna sort of protect the, surrounding that, if anything?
There is a fence. Are you referring to the subdivision in whole or the,
Simple, well, I mean, the east side has the street, well, the south side, I believe, is that, but yeah, as a whole. It's a block or wooden fence.
it would be wooden.
Didn't
On the
Scenario?
other side?
I don't know if it's gonna be mixed area.
Oh, right.
And then around the property, the perimeter,
Yeah.
around the outside perimeter, north. West and south would be wood.
And then the east, so.
Question?
Always happy to see housing.
No questions, I'd like to open this item up for public comment. Mayor, council members, I just want to introduce myself. We've been here before with, I'm the developer of O'Hare Ranch. It's been a while, but I'm glad to be back here with this project. I'll be available for any questions you guys might have. So if you guys have any, just let me know, I'll come back up, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
There any other public comments? And none, this section is now closed. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. I'll second.
The motion from Councilmember, Mayor Pro Tem Flores, second from Councilmember Villarreal. Councilmember Sanchez.
Aye.
Councilmember Saros.
Aye.
Mayor Serna.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right. Moving on to request for future items.
We also need the ordinance. The ordinance approval. We need to approve the ordinance as well. So that's the resolution. So we need to.
Let's see if we can.
First reading.
Oh,
The first.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So there's just two parts to this thing. So the ordinance is approval as well.
Move to approve the ordinance.
Second that.
We have a motion to approve from Mayor Pro Tem Flores, second by Councilmember Saros. Councilmember Villarreal.
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez.
Aye.
Mayor Serna. Motion carries to approve the ordinance 5-0.
On the text clear, your request for a future item. Hearing none.
I felt like I was talking like I was nervous because I was freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.